Hi guys, I'm here to do my July wrap-up, and I read a lot this month, and I'm really happy about that. Most of that was because of the Booktubeathon. I'm going to show you what I read, and then I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you my rating as well. But the first book I read was Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. Obviously, as soon as I got this book, I read it. I finished it within 24 hours, and it was perfect. 5 out of 5 stars. It was so good. It was just as good in my opinion as the other two. If you have not pre-ordered your book yet, I definitely recommend it. I'll put links below. You can like read the first 5 chapters and stuff like that. But get pumped because this book is amazing, guys. I also finally started the first 2 volumes in the Saga graphic novels. I ended up giving them both 4 stars. I feel like the second one was closer to like a 4.5 because I liked it a lot more. I mean, I liked them both, but yeah, they're very weird. They're super weird. They're very interesting though, obviously, because I've continued. And I want to get the third one, I just haven't yet. But yeah, it's just a really interesting graphic novel. I don't read a ton of graphic novels, but every now and then they kind of pique my interest and then I just have to try them. But I definitely wanted to get the third, and then I think someone said it'll probably be quite a few months before the 4th volume comes out, which is a bummer, but I know you can get the individual comics, so I'll probably just do that. But I gave both these 4 stars. Then, during the Booktubeathon, I read, well, I read the second volume during the Booktubeathon, but then I read Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is one of J.K. Rowling's books for comic relief, and it's really, really small. I've owned it forever, just never read it, and I obviously really wanted to, so I picked this up, read it in one sitting, and it was really good. At one point I was a little bummed, like I was a little nervous because it seemed a little dull, and I was, you know, afraid. I was like, oh, this isn't big, but still I was like, oh, I don't want to not like this. I want to like it. So luckily it picked up, and it actually got really interesting. There was, I mean, it's obviously, it talks about beasts that we've heard about in the Harry Potter series, but sometimes we don't really know very much about it, and so it was really cool to just learn more, and it was really interesting at times, and I really enjoyed it. I definitely recommend it. I think in the end I ended up giving it like 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read Legend by Marie Lu, finally. So I tried to read the rest of it, and I got the second one, and then I was like, no, I should wait because I'm waiting for the third one from the library, which was silly. I should have just read Prodigy. And by the time Champion came in, my my copy of Prodigy, like what I had checked out, had expired, like it was due back, and so I had to turn it back in, and I tried to renew it, and someone had a hold on it, so I had to return it. So now I have Champion, but not Prodigy. So I really did not plan that very well. I'm either just going to go buy Prodigy, or I'm going to wait my turn again and get it from the library again. But by then, I'm sure Champion will be due back, and then I'm sure someone else will have it on hold, so it's just like a circle. But eventually, I'm going to read the second and third. I ended up giving this like 4.5 stars. It was really, really good. I definitely, I really enjoyed it, and I liked the main characters. I definitely guessed a few things, but it was still overall really enjoyable. I felt like one of my problems with it was I felt like it was kind of had a case of like insta-love, and some of you are going to get mad about that probably, but I wasn't a huge fan of the romance, which is weird for me because I'm usually always rooting for the romance in books. So yeah, it was weird, but I definitely want to continue and get the next one for sure. And then the big books come out. So first I read Obsidian and Onyx. I read this whole thing, and yeah, it's quite a few pages. Both 5 stars, and I actually made a blog post about this, how the first time I read this, like 8 months ago or something, I gave this 4 stars, and I liked it, but I had problems with it, and most of it was my own fault, and I just kind of went into it with, like, not a very good, like, I wasn't really giving it a chance, and I didn't want to love it, and all this stuff, and I'd heard that it was just like a knockoff of Twilight, and I was just, yeah, I kind of went into it with, like, not good thoughts. But the second time, I did not do that. I just wanted to read it because I wanted to read it, and I did. And I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, both of them. Loved it. Obviously, I got the new bind-ups, which are really pretty. And then I finished Opal as well. I always forget what the third one's called. I finished Opal as well, but I'm still currently reading Origin, and I'm not very far. I'm like only a few chapters into Origin. It's pretty intense. But Opal, I would probably give closer to like a 4.5 star. There's some repetition in this series that I'm not a huge fan of. I still like it. It's still really fun, really enjoyable, but there is a lot of repetitive things that could have been toned down or taken out. But I heard a spoiler, so I'm really excited to continue this. Also, the 5th one comes out in just a couple days, and I actually went on Jennifer L. Armentrout's website and I pre-ordered it, and I'm getting it personalized and signed for just a couple more dollars. So I'm really excited about that. Really, really excited. I don't have many signed books, so I'm pumped. But yeah, I'm actually going to be finishing this like right on time because I still have a little bit of a chunk left, and then by the time Opposition gets here, it's going to be just perfect. So that's what I read this month. I read what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books, 2 graphic novels, and then part of a 7th book. So I'm really happy with that. That's really, really good for me. If you want to see, like, read any of my reviews or anything like that, as always, they're linked below. But that's pretty much it. I feel like there was something else I wanted to tell you. That is it. Let me know if you've read any of these books. Maybe let me know what you guys read this month. If you had a good reading month, bad reading month. It's okay if you had a bad reading month. I said I read really a lot this month, but the last like 4 days I have not read hardly at all. I've just been on Netflix, let's be honest. So I read a lot more tonight, so I'm kind of like back into it. But I just hope that you guys had a really good month, and I look forward to talking to you guys down in the comments section, and you guys are just so much fun. I like go through life and I don't have anyone to talk to about books. Then I come to you guys in the BookTube community, and I can just sit on my computer and talk to all you wonderful people, and it's just so perfect. And I love you guys. I really do. I don't say it enough, but I really appreciate you guys talking to me and making me feel loved. So that is all. Until next time, goodbye.